How you doing, everybody? My name is Kinesis, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. Today we're going to be continuing Damien's story. Carly is also here, as you do.
So is Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Petey. Come here, bud.
I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door.
Dad, you got a letter.
Oh, is it from Grandma?
No, it's from Damien.
Doesn't he live like 2 houses down?
Yeah, but he's an extra little shit.
Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, oh. That's a lot of words.
Dearest Marley, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal. Oh, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Marley, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlit stroll, would be in your taste. I eagerly await your response. With great respect, D. Bloodmark.
Okay. Amanda and I both look up from the letter.
Wow.
He's good.
So, you gonna catch a movie with him?
Yeah, I better message him on Dad book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut.
You have to write him back. A real letter.
But my handwriting looks like 2 toddlers fighting over a crayon.
Me. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool.
Will you help me? I need to class this up.
Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter.
Oh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy.
Oh, here's one.
Vampire Crusade 2?
Evil never dies.
I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid.
Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the ennui of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. I love her.
Really?
Just a reminder that I love Amanda. Nah, there's just lots of blood and vampire titties.
Yes!
Vampire titties!
Woo! Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out, then sit down at the table with Amanda to try drafting a nice letter. I start writing. Damien. Good morrow to you on this
I do
fight.
hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth into the pockets of people like me. You see, down on their luck. You see, that was my wife you decided to... Good one. What's next?
I must confess of my amateur control of the written word.
Geez, Dad, have some faith in yourself. Okay, we're trucking along. Let him know how you're feeling.
That earnest shit was pretty messed up.
Either the second or third one. Both of them were good.
I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on the last we met. That was enjoyable.
Yeah.
It was a bit of an adventure.
No.
Oh, the shit, Jesus. She ended up reading to me the Cask of Amontillado. I didn't enjoy it.
I read it to him as a bedtime story, so,
It was a little creepy.
It's so good, though. And just, like, the tone of it, it's just like, oh, yeah, my friend, yeah, oh, blah, 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 and now you're dead. That was English.
Yeah.
It made total sense.
It's just it perfectly exemplifies like how like I'm completely
Getting
drawing a
into
blank.
your enemy's head and working at them and just all of it is very psychological.
It's very chaotic evil.
Yes, I love.
That's chaotic evil.
I love Cascamondiano. Okay, let's go. Ask him to hang out already.
True art takes time, Amanda. Let me get at that. Wait, what?
First one.
I found myself enamored of the situation at hand.
Bring it home, Pops.
Bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Yeah.
Yeah. Smooth. Calling it the cinema is a classy move.
Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable.
Because of vampire titties.
Titillating. It's not a word.
Hard daps.
Hard daps. Hard daps. Then I sign my name. My full name. Fancier that way. Marley Burlfart. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. I must confess my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. I did very much enjoy the adventure we found ourselves on the last we met. While a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the situation at hand. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you'll find both titillating and enjoyable. Hard daps. Marley Burlfart.
That is exactly how either one of us would end like a fancy letter.
Yeah, hard daps. You spelled his name wrong. Wait, what? What?
Nah, just trying to keep you on your toes.
How do you misspell Damien?
Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox.
Can I seal it with tape?
That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back.
Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood.
You gotta have a wax seal.
She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax.
What's that? Oh, that's you.
What's that other thing?
Don't make fun
Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small piece of wood into it. She lets it dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing...
Here it is, your sigil.
A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome.
Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch.
Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh?
Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it.
I would, but they're extinct.
I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons.
Carrier pigeons are extinct!
Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good.
I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home.
Mission accomplished?
Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he'd left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice.
How do you do?
I jump at the sound of his voice.
That was fucking dramatic.
And turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for?
I don't know, I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you.
Why is suddenly...
Potter.
Why is the sound suddenly, like, bad quality? Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Oh! Was that thunder? Is it gonna rain soon?
I did not hear anything.
What?
What?
What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets.
Oh.
Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or
Yes!
Milk Duds.
Let's do it. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us.
That one's you.
My dad's here. I turned around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids.
Oh.
Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends.
Whatever, Dad.
And what movie will you be attending tonight?
My friends are making me see some kids' movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm sure.
really?
Exactly, that's what happened.
Well, I do hope you enjoy... Oh, shit, that's not my lines.
Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2. Evil Never Dies.
What?
You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Ha! Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends, and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what?
It's nothing. My son loves to tease.
I bet you he is totally afraid of blood. Calling it right now.
Like really bad with gore and everything?
Yeah.
We wait in line for a little longer, and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is he bad with scary movies?
Vampires, huh?
Vampires, huh?
Ah!
Ah!
Ah, yes, the winged creatures of the mist. I fear them not, for I know the night as well as the, I am so, excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better.
Bad with scary movies. That's adorable. Do you have a favorite horror movie?
Of course I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween
Town! Oh, rest in peace, Debbie.
Terrifying.
Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. Would have expected him to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I've never heard of.
You judgmental bitch face.
Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies.
The lights dim for the film.
My baby! My baby!
I apologize. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all.
We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken, my Kevin! Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor.
Brother, is it time?
Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other, and then to the camera.
For the Vampire Crusade!
This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you.
What?
Romulus leaps out and slashes the general's throat. Blood spatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand.
Oh, my baby.
I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap.
I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and it got an extremely scary section.
He's so full of shit!
Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I've got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. What's happening?
What's going on? Oh my god, my dad. That's so my dad.
What's going on? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Maybe pointing out a plot hole.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. Damien seems to like dad jokes.
Do a dad joke.
Tell a dad joke. Where does a dog go when it loses its tail?
Where?
To the retail store. I yelled that last bit a little too loud for a crowded movie theater, but I can see a smile form on Damien's face.
Good one, Molly.
The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly, with only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus Bad Blood, General's wife, embrace each other in his crypt. Wait, he's been changing his last name every single time.
Yes.
It appears that the true Vampire Crusade was the Vampire Crusade in our hearts. Our cold, unbeating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out. Hard. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmilla, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. This one's
Our
you.
bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman.
It will only be a short time before the next Vampire Crusade 3. Evil must die again.
More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark now accompanies the end.
So bad.
Damien and I walk out of the movie theater amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated.
What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by a towering love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore.
Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be.
Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll.
Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk in the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Lovely night, isn't it?
As lovely as the company, yes.
Oh. He thinks I'm lovely? Damn. Okay, here comes the smooth response.
That's you.
Thanks. I would say thank you. When I'm complimented, I will still say thank you.
No problem.
Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat.
We're not, friend. I have a plan.
I'm actually very hungry.
We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there?
A little bit of Victorian flavor, Molly. Trust me.
That's right.
I'm a bit nervous, but oh.
Ooh.
This is so nice! I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't read me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones.
I'm the angels.
As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city.
I'm the angels.
The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, this is strangely romantic.
Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say?
With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket.
Where the fuck was he hiding that?
Where were you hiding that?
Under my cloak.
Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of cheeses.
In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures.
That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question, though. How were you so okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie? Oh!
I wasn't.
He sighs deeply.
Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I just have never been good at those. I As if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times.
Damien, I'm so sorry. If I'd known, I would have suggested another movie.
It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. In graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become more comfortable with it, I think, gives us certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of such death brings me great comfort. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second.
We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but I actually feel very peaceful. Ellipsis. Suddenly it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that?
I'm not sure.
It noticed us. I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us, its shape taking a more animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer, moving faster.
It's a puppy.
Woof. Oh, it's a dog.
That was me.
Sorry. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily.
What a beautiful dog.
Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see. Thanks.
Oh my god.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course, he has a doofy little Boston Terrier.
This is so cute. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening?
Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the street. I put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look.
May I give her a treat?
Sure. Wouldn't give her the cheese, though.
Not to worry.
Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks.
My absolute pleasure.
Damien shakes the dog's paw.
Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again.
Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs.
Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by small dogs, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice, too.
Yeah, man, dogs are cool.
I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home?
Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it, as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep.
Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight.
Damien, it was my pleasure.
Molly, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection.
Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien! I'm gonna wave this at passing ships.
I approve.
Damien shuffles his feet.
I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you.
Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand.
I must take my leave. Good night.
Okay. So, I'm gonna do a quick thing here.
Okay.
So, back in more Regency before Victoria, but kind of into that area, touching hands was like sex.
Okay. It wasn't like, oh yeah, oh my god, oh. No, but it was like, it was very intimate. Yes. It was a very intimate touch.
Like, the only time that you ever touched someone was dancing. That's why dancing was considered so naughty. Because you're going, and yeah. So, like, the touching of hands, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, okay? It's a big deal.
She reads a lot of Jane Austen books.
Pride and Prejudice. I already mentioned Pride and Prejudice is my favorite book, so honestly, I really like Damien. Okay, continue.
Before I say anything else, he's gone. Huh. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant.
Hey, Dad, what's up? Totally wasn't watching you from the window.
Oh yeah? Were you watching me from the window, by the way?
No, I was just, Okay, yes. How was the movie?
Lots of vampire titties.
Told you.
But, as it turns out, Damien is Wait. Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yeah, he's so cool. It's scary. Nice save, Marley. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that.
Wow, that's pretty punk.
Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though.
How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf?
How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can I be so sure that you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow.
I don't trust you.
Nor I, you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling in for the night. Don't stay up too late, will you?
I'll try not to howl at the moon past midnight.
Never give up, never remember.
This was gonna be an A. Ding.
Yay, got an A.
Majestic evening.
Oh, majestic. All right, y'all. So that's it for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give a
Yeah, that.
And as always, I cannot wait to see you on the next adventure.
Oh, to glory.
Huh?